Welcome back, fellow captains. Wolf 190D, your captain here, speaking, coming at you live from the Archipelago. And this should be, let me see here, Captain's Log, Day 8. Man.
Helm's yours, Captain.
Lots happened in 8 days, huh? We got ourselves a ship, we rescued our crew. Now what I'm going to go try to do, I'm going to go explore this this little island here. And I'm going to look for a place that's going to be more home. Always nice to have a place to settle down, call your own, even if it is an early stage base.
Mic off. Mic on.
It's actually slightly more north. So it's like west-northwest. Ah, there it is right there. Land ho! I think I do associate the most with that character, Dr. Galen, in this game the most. Because I like my coffee. I'm going to try something. Because I've managed to do it before, but it doesn't look like you can do it when the ship is underway. Which is really weird. But nonetheless, let's go see what this island is all about, because it's small enough we could build a little a happy little base over here. Have I already explored this island? No, I haven't explored this island at all. I haven't set foot on this island. There's a nice little lagoon on one place. You know, we could set up a little fishery or something like that. Though, when we get into fishing, that's going to be something a little different. So, let's go over here and see what this island is all about. It's in free waters, so to speak. See, Blackbeard waters are over there. Blackbeard waters are down there. So the waters are not contested per se. It doesn't mean that you don't find enemy ships there. So be aware of that. Whoop! I definitely hit the sandbar that time. Okay. So, we've made landfall, and see, when you make landfall, it actually starts to give you the contour of the land and everything else. So, this is interesting. But I think what I'm going to want to do first, before I go and do any other foolish thing, just in case, let's go ahead and get us a little bit of wood, and do what is habitually a very good idea. And that's going to be put down a bleeding tent. Bleeding tents do not cost that much in the way of resources. You don't have to occupy all that space in your hold. 2 whole spaces. Carrying all that stuff around. Just chop some stuff down when you first get on an island. Yes, it's a very, very slight investment in time. A very, very slight investment in time, folks. Put it down and then be sure you tag the tent. I like this, actually. It's got some good high ground on it. It's got some pigs. Oh, and there we go. I'm really trying to mess up. Okay. And that music playing in the background, that's going to be those misty orchids. And look what we found here, all without any kind of a map. All without any kind of a map, gang. without any kind of a map. Here it is right here. Yes, sir. All right. Oh, Knight's Ring. That's actually a nice one. I think I like it better than the Capricorn Ring, to be honest. Plus, it's a blue level item. So, that's going to increase posture points by 1, which is really good in any kind of a fight. And then let's go ahead and raise the ground back here. Make it nice and flat. And it'll be like, more or less, like we were never here. Right? That skeleton's still going to be there. That's going to be an annoying thing. But hey, what else do you want? Now, could settle down up on top of that rock. Make like a nice fortified defensive location up there if we really wanted to. Or out on this point even. Could be nice, right? Lagoon nose over here. I mean, it's, you know, it's an interesting rock formation. We could do something interesting with this. Have I been here? No, I haven't been on this island. Duh. I've already said that. I've already pointed out I can't have been on this island already. But we could settle this. Don't go in the water when you have no stamina. That's bad news bears waiting to happen. Yeah, there's a nice little lagoon over here. And that spire, I kind of like that spire, actually. You know what? Let's do it. Let's make this. We'll make this our home island. So first things first, we're going to want to... Well, first things first, really, progression. Let's go ahead and bump 2 more points to vitality. No. 1 more point to vitality, 2 to endurance, and 1 to mastery. Alright, there's that. Talents. Now we have another talent point. I can increase the effect of healing items. Actually, it looks like we got 2 talent points. I'm gonna go ahead and do well. Actually, I'm gonna do stitches and rum. And I think I'm gonna do outnumbered. Outnumbered is actually a really nice skill. It increases melee damage when you're facing more opponents. Or do we want just a flesh wound? Nah, let's do just a flesh wound. Increases melee resistance. Right? And then we got some stuff under adventure that we just need to go ahead and click through and clear out. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and clean this beach section up. And for some reason I feel like I've seen this beach before. I think and you know, yeah, the maps are procedurally generated, so some of these places might look familiar, but I haven't seen, and I've so far played on 3 different maps, if you will, 3 different worlds, whatever you want to call them, and no 2 of them have been the same. Islands might appear similar, there might be some similar features and stuff like that, but they haven't actually. I actually haven't seen the same piece of land twice, or the same world rather. Sorry. So even if the islands feel similar or whatever, or some of the stuff might look the same, if you're experiencing deja vu, it's not in the same place on the map. And there again, that's been my experience. So hey, if anybody else has any different thoughts on that, by all means, please, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Okay, so we're gonna run around, gather up a few resources here and there. Okay, And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna build some nice structures here. We're gonna build something with a little bit more permanence here, or at least I would like to. So first and foremost, what I want to do is I want to build a. Let me see here. I want to go ahead and put a. And this is usually I just use this as like a measuring stick, kind of sorta. You know, you can do what you want with these, but I'm going to build off of these rocks. 1, 2, 3, and I think 3 might be a pretty good height actually for ships. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to do, and then just set this. Maybe that's too tall. Yeah, this one doesn't have to be massive. I'm not expecting big ships with this one. So anyway, let me go ahead and attach this to this, and then I can. Oh no! Come on. All right, fine. If it's going to be difficult like that, fine. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and. I'm going to run this out a little ways, and then I'm going to tee this off. Alright, and tee it off on both sides. I could have drag built that, but I didn't. And then I don't have access to the other pillars yet, so we're okay on that for now. Where to place the bonfire? I have 6 stone. Alright, for now I'm just going to set it down. I'll worry about the niceties later. For now, I'm just going to set it down over here. Hereabouts. How about right there? Yes, okay. That gets it somewhat out onto the water. Oh yeah. I do need a bell. I don't need all of my bells, I just need a bell. Okay, now the bell. Put the bell there. Stairs. Stairs. Yes. Then I need a workbench. And right now the placement really doesn't matter. So just set it down. I'm going to make 20 fabric. Because I think that's what I need is 20 fabric. Okay, now we have our dock facility built, and that dock you can extend out or modify it or whatever. You can even build little berths for ships and stuff like that if you so choose. It's kind of nice to be able to have that sort of flexibility. Okay, and then we're just going to run around and gather resources right now and build up a little base of sorts. And the other one we can leave alone for now because, you know, Doc Galen is there. But also, and probably more importantly, let me see here. We got 28 plant fiber. So we're gonna need a lot more plant fiber. Triton's horns, I can pick those up for now. I'm gonna want a warehouse. Where do I want to build my warehouse? I think actually I like the idea of building my warehouse right off the dock here, so it's all right there. So how do I want to do that? 1, 2, 3, 4. That actually sounds really good. Okay. Though, let me see here. I think what I want to do though is, oh, hold on a second. Nope, that's not going to work. Not if I'm doing this the way that I'm thinking about doing it, because one of these is a 4x4 of the larger thing. And see, now I can offset it like that. Gives it a little bit of character to do it that way. Do you have to do it like that? No. 4 by what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. And of course I'm out of materials. But yeah, plant fiber real easy to come by, so I just chop it up and use it up when I can, when and as I can. Now the question though is going to be, do I still have that janky roof, or do I have the lower angled roof yet? I hope I have the lower angled roof. I do. Good. Okay. God, this is going to use up some plant fiber, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Alright, let's just go up here and start looking for, oh, okay. That coconut tree can come out anyway, so I'm not worried about this one. You would think palm fronds would give you some plant fiber too, so there again, you know, early access. We can. It's easy to sit back and nitpick about this or about that. They, blah blah blah. Ooh, it was mine. Blah 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 blah. It's easy enough to do that kind of stuff. I know. I engage in it sometimes myself, but I mean, come on. The dev team for this actually seems to be pretty reputable. One, I think they're affiliated with the people that did Power World. For those of you that know that game, so hey, calm down. I don't think they're going anywhere. And so far, they have given us an update already that has fixed some issues that people were complaining about. So, you know, giving us more user interface, giving us more flexibility with our construction. It's part of why we get on games like this. Is the building. The building on this one is actually really intricate too, and I love it. And hopefully, this will not hopefully. I have every intention of going on long enough with this to show you guys some of the more intricate building aspects. You know, how you can create like nice rounded outer walls for your rooms and stuff like that, you know, so that your building has a really good aesthetic appeal. Things like that. Learn from what I do, learn from what I don't do. You know, it's part of why I'm here. Pass on knowledge. Me impart knowledge. There's a lot more plant fiber there. Let's see here. I'm going to want to build a storage, I think. So let me go ahead and build 5 rope. And I'm going to go ahead and open up. There we go. Okay. And I'm just gonna start dumping stuff in here. Actually, the building materials, I think I'm just gonna hold on to just for function's sake. Okay, now, if I put walls, yeah, I don't want these walls. I want some decent looking walls. And a 4x4 should have got it, so... hold on, so let me see here. I'm going to run these out. And I'm going to run these out. Okay, and then the roofs. Yeah, 4x4 should definitely have done it. There we go. Okay. So we got a nice long warehouse structure now. And I'll fill that in as we go. Need to go get more plant material though, so let's go ahead and go get some more of that. Okay, remember, we're doing all of this right now with copper tools, so they take a little longer. It just takes a little longer. That's all. I ran all the way over here, and I was whacking away on some of these bushes. I don't know. Maybe I might have future plans for dragging some friends into this and doing some co-op stuff. Because, in all honesty, having played both, yeah, solo works. It's good fun. Don't get me wrong. It's real good fun. It's just it's a lot better. It's a lot better with a friend. You get more drops. Some drops are specific to an area. Some drops are specific to the player. So you can go through some areas with a friend and wind up doubling and or tripling your Tumbaga stores, right? And those are examples of player specific, like quest specific chests and stuff like that. Things that are necessary for getting the experience bonus off of an area, or out of an area rather. Those will be, so those you can use to double particular resources and things like that. Double the Tumbaga, double the coffee, whatever. And it is a range. It is actually a range of those materials. Other ones though are going to be area specific. So like some of the forgotten chests and stuff like that. You know, the little piddly ones that sometimes drop. I don't know, medicinal herbs or things like that. There's only one of those per area. Though those do respawn, so be aware of that too. You can go farm an area for specific things. Just keep tabs on which ones are where on the map, and go to Cowtown. Okay. Should I go ahead and finish this? Yeah, I think I will. All right. Maybe just go ahead and get this under roof. I'll put a door. I'm going to go ahead and put a door on here. Yeah, why not? Right there. All right. And then let's go ahead and close it up, at least in part. We'll close this. Give it a nice secure feel for the time being. Okay. That's a warehouse. a nice sizable warehouse. Actually, we can really throw some throw some sacks and stuff in there now, and really good to get a good storage for some things. Now within the range of the bonfire, I would also like to build a little workshop. And let's see here, where do I want to build that? Why not right off of this right here? And we'll build this as a kind of a workshop over here. Now on the dock, I've got other plans. Maybe behind the wharf, what I'll do, just behind the wharf, or maybe out in front of it, whatever. I'll build a little dockyard kind of a thing. But I'm gonna go ahead and enclose this. And I'm gonna go ahead and run some stairs right here. Yeah, I don't need to do anything else with that. All right. And, you know, I'm just going to keep it kind of simple for now, I think. Just want a sizable workspace. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some pillars and beams up. Now, you know, as you unlock more intricate build plans and things like that, feel free to go ahead and, I don't know, put some kind of, you know, cross beam. You can put cross beams, you can put cross bracing. I mean, I'm just going to run a couple of little beams like that. And that'll give me a place to anchor the roof. Right? And that'll give us a little workshop. Alright? So we can run back to the other base, we can pick stuff up, we can put stuff up. That workbench, I'm probably actually just going to leave it outside for now. And, yeah, let me go ahead and dump off that and that. And that, actually. I'm just going to go ahead and dump all of that in there. And then I'm going to come up here, hopefully. Get up here and clean this out. And this might make a good spot for, I don't know, some kind of a house. You can put a little hut up here with a roof and a bed. Maybe a fireplace if you really want to go to that trouble. Though the fireplace, there again, I like to build cookhouses for the fireplace, but I don't think I have really efficient means of building a cookhouse just yet. So it might just be a little cook hut or something like that. A lot of stuff you can do. Like I said, the building options in this are actually very flexible. It's quite good. The building mechanics of this are actually quite good. Having played some other ones, Dynasty Warriors, Conan Exiles, and stuff like that, this one actually leaves you with much more flexibility. Or at least that's been my experience. That's what I've seen. So I'm gonna run up here, chop more plant fiber. Just gotta chop plant fiber, man. Sometimes you just gotta sweat a little bit, get your fingers dirty, get in there and get some. You know, resources, that is. Don't be juvenile and twist what I'm saying, folks. Shame I don't have any access to the wooden timbers yet. That's it's kind of a drag, actually. And if the music annoys you, just go ahead and grab those things and it stops. They do. They kind of make a lot of noise. They can be rather annoying at times when you're trying to focus on something else. You know, this isn't a bad location for some kind of a house either. But it's just outside of the range. Pick stuff up and then go back to building. And that's part of the reason why I stopped the production on the or stopped fully closing in that warehouse, is because, you know, I wanted to get this workshop done. All right, now that we have fast travel set up, though, this is going to make life a whole lot easier. See, now we can just do stuff like that. I'm going to put the workbench. Good grief. I guess I didn't really think about that, did I? So, it doesn't matter. And I can stick the workbench right here and be completely happy with that. And I think that's what I'll do for now. I'm just going to put the workbench right down there. Okay. Stairs. Stairs. Yes. Good grief. One thing that's sort of infuriating is if you're moving and you access a menu, and then you come out of that menu, it sticks. The key actually sticks, so your move key won't continue moving after you leave the menu. You have to come off the key and then move again. I don't know that it's so much infuriating as it is just kind of like, why? It really is one of those things. It's kind of like, why? So anyway, I'm going to scrap my workbenches over here. I'm going to leave that bonfire there, but I am going to get Doc Galen off of that. But I'm going to go ahead and pull all of these and move them. And I'm going to start bringing other materials over too. So what do I need? What do I really need? Building materials. Seeds we can't do anything with yet. I'm going to put those misty orchids in there too. But plant fiber, I'll bring some more. I'll bring actually most all of my plant fiber over. Rock, not ready for rock yet, I don't think. Clay, we'll bring a fat stack of clay. Wood, I think we're okay on wood right now, actually, as I'm seeing it. Nails, might want the nails. What else? Ammunition. All of this stuff. Piastre, okay, we're full. We're actually full. Okay, I'm gonna put the silver ingots. I'll put that back. Yeah, Dr. Galen. Oh, there we go. Let's go ahead and mix that too. And then Dr. Galen, I'm going to evict him off of this one. The quick fire. Let's go ahead and take that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all my smuggling stuff right in here, or all of my items that I can sell right there. I'm going to run back up. I'm going to grab copper ingots, and then we'll go back over there and start to set up shop. Metal is very important. You know, be sure you have a good stock of metal handy. I'm gonna take all of that. There we go. Okay. No. Oh, good grief. Okay. And most all of these other things will just produce over here. I'm just gonna set down my workbenches, and get a decent little base set up. Somewhere where the island is clean. Mostly. There's still that that little Blackbeard skeleton that's going to be over there to deal with, but that's okay. This is good. This is nice. All right, so here we got our workshop. There we've got our warehouse. Let's go ahead and start putting our crafting stuff down. Armor and clothes. Weapons. Okay. Ship fittings, for now I'll just put it up here. Alright. And, oh, we also have alchemy now. We have an alchemy table now. So we need a clay pot. And we need 2 clay pots, actually. So you go to your workbench. Oh, we're also going to need a copper pot. So we need 2 clay pots. And we need 1 copper pot. Okay. Now we can set up an alchemy station, which the alchemy station doesn't really take up a lot of space. And then, of course, the oven and pot thing, I can go right there. Alright. Now we can start to manufacture some things over here. For the fabric, I'm going to say I'm going to do 80 fabric, and I'll do 40 rope. And that pretty much used up our entire supply. Okay. And we're just going to go right here. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, good grief. You know, I could stack these a whole lot tighter. Okay. Now, oops. I'm gonna stack wood there, and there's 3 different types of wood. I'm gonna go ahead and put plant fiber there. I'm gonna go ahead and put clay in there. Stone, whenever I find it. Actually, I have found some. Okay. Clay. Stone can go right there. Alright, now. I'll put, for now, I'll put all my metals in here. Actually, here's what I'm going to want to do. I'm going to put powder and ball right there. Okay, metals can go here. Wood. Okay. is chop up as much of these things as you can. I don't know. Should we go ahead and build a house? A little place for a bed. Go ahead and do that. Already out of plant fiber. Good grief. Okay. I mean, this is the makings of it, so we kind of got everything started. I mean, I've got block stone. I could, theoretically... Actually, there's a couple of rock deposits around here. Why not? And there again, this is why, yeah, early on I'm saving stone from my copper mine. Yeah, there's no copper mine here, but that's okay. You set your bells up properly, get everything you need to get, and that really doesn't even matter. Yeah, the rapid build thing isn't perfect, guys. I don't like it there. I'm going to use this as my backdrop. And you don't have to, like, doesn't have to, like, be filled in completely. Be better if, be better if it was those foundation pieces, but hey, can't always get what we want, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and make that the center point. we're going to go ahead and get Dr. Galen here. And I can always expand on this. And I probably will. Not probably, I will. So over here... here's what I'm going to do. There again, set my measuring stick. And for now, I'll just put a little pad here for the cooking. All right, so we've got the foundations of a decent little base. Okay, let's go ahead and finish off our walls, if it'll let me. It's not going to. It doesn't look like. We used up all of our plant fiber on sacks and stuff, which is okay. I mean, you know, we're gonna find more. There's always more plant fiber to be found. And quite frankly, I haven't cleared this island of it yet either. And see, I actually could move that that bonfire back a little bit, but I like it right where it's at right now because it's sort of right there on the beach. There's other stuff we can do, build a lighthouse, whatever you want to do. I mean, seriously, you know, the sky's the limit with your base. How do you want to set it up? What do you want to build? How do you want it to turn out? So anyway, it's just it's really a lot of this when you're setting up a base. It's a lot of just, okay, I need enough material for this or that. And unless you've been running around and collecting everything and saving everything, then you can just bounce back and forth between your camp and where you're going to build an actual place to call home. Which, you know, it's not impossible. I mean, hell, it's not even really tedious. It's just time consuming. Wow, did anybody else see that macaw? Flew right by me. Huh. See, those bits of rock, they got a good bit of rock in them, don't they? I'm throwing that stuff all over the place. Look at that. Oh yes. Okay. I'm just going to build a little 4x4 hut up here. Alright. I mean, you know, if you really want to, there again, you know, this is all, hey, what do you want to do? You can actually build little stilts for your ramp. And kind of make it look okay. Hey, that's actually legit. You know, you can do that. You can do any number of things that you really want to do. Windows and doors. I'm going to go ahead and put the door on here. And then for walls, like I said, nothing more than a little grass hut. Maybe to put some trophies. If you want some trophies, you can put trophies up here. But that's that. Now, one thing you might try, and I'll see if I can't get it to work here. One thing you might try. You could put a double pitch roof. Yeah, you can put a double pitch roof. Is it going to work on this though? I'm not entirely sure actually. Yep, there you go. See, and now you got that. Now you kind of got that. It kind of gives it a really interesting angle. Don't know if you can see it from here, but that's that. It gives it a little bit more flavor. And if you want to look at it that way, it gives it a little bit more character. Have the good old double pitch roof. Now it makes finishing it a little bit more tricky, but there you have it. So see, it's kind of got that more of an arch kind of a shape to it as opposed to just a straight slab. So do what you want to do. You know, it's your house, it's your base, whatever you want to do, man. It's all up to you guys. All right, let me see here. I'm going to put in a. Let's see here. actually want to put in a little window here. There we go. I like the idea of having a window here. And then for decoration, can I put in... There we go. Yeah. Look at that. Now we got a little window with an awning over it so that it's protected from the rain. And we can still see out of it pretty well. So that's the seaside view. Now, beds. I'm out of plant fiber again, though. So we got our workshop. We got our clay bottles. Okay. I have to go mine more clay. All right, I'm gonna have to mine more clay. All right. Shrub seeds. Okay. Stone. All right. So we'll finish that some other time, I suppose. Gonna have to finish it some other time. So let's get on up to the house. And oh, good grief. And yeah. We'll call that a day, gang. So, actually, that's a nice little, let's see here. All right. So, folks, as always, hopefully you're enjoying the content. If so, be sure to give a like, a subscribe, and or a follow. Comments are also welcome. You know, hey, get us engaged, get us going. I want to see discussions. This is Wolf 190D, your captain speaking, logging off.